Welcome, beautiful mutants and eclectic minds of the world. What you're looking at is my purchase today. Two books and two records. Um, Total paid for all four, $7.98. Records are in good condition, as I'll show you later on. So earlier this week, I did a sort of like a rabbit hole on the term "down the rabbit hole," right? And part of it was due to this term Welsh rarebit. I think I can't remember. I can't recall it again, but apparently, like it's if you eat it, it's or there's a certain recipe that it's um, could give you. I don't know. Regardless of the fact. So I did a dive on the rabbit hole, and at the Wikipedia page, there was a link to something called paralysis by analysis, and they talked about the fox and the cat, and how Fox was bragging that he had all these ways of escaping, I guess, like the hound, and the cat only had one way, and that was to go up. And so, and I sent, I joked in the email that up, right? That's humanity's only option is up, into space. So that was around 5 o'clock this morning, or so, 5:30. Then I watched. So this is where things started getting really interesting throughout the day. When I was watching qualifying, during the second part of qualifying, Charles Leclerc, who's my favorite car driver, favorite F1 driver, makes the comment sort of like, yeah, there's a fox on the track, but I think it's found a way through exit 10 or something like that, or turn. Anyway, so there's the fox. And then drove my wife to work just before the last of qualifying. And on my way up on the radio, CFNR, great radio station, they were playing White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane, who later became Jefferson Starship, right? Starship. So there we go. We've got the rabbit and we've got the fox, right? We just need the cat. So when I went downtown later on, I was going to go to the bookstore. Not the bookstore, but the secondhand store. So I was listening to the same radio station, who plays awesome music, obviously, but I can tell by Jefferson Airplane, White Rabbit. They played the song that I thought was Bob Dylan, and this guy has been compared to Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, and the song's called "Saving Grace." So, which I later on in the day I just made a mashup with the George Thorogood song. Unfortunately, can't publish it to YouTube. So, regardless, so the first book I found that I actually went and bought, was Bob Dylan Chronicles, right? Just perusing, it's just a whole bunch of books on a shelf, sort of thing, and right, so Bob Dylan. So Bob Dylan, not Tom Petty, but Bob Dylan, who's I had on my mind, sort of thing, and I've always been a big fan. And so if you peruse, hang on, where is it? Ta-da! There's a bookmark, and there's a cat. So there's your cat. And another thing I've been interested in recently has been world fairs, particularly around the end of the 1800s and the early 1900s. So this one, like I sort of like I recognize the the picture sort of thing, and it says "The Devil in the White City." I think this guy's like from Seattle or something like that, and it takes place in the 1893 Chicago fair, and talks about two people, one person a really good architect, the other one a bad guy, a murderer. So I'm really looking actually forward to reading this book. And so like I was in this place probably for about a good like half hour to 40 minutes, like perusing through all the books, and then I was going to go to this other place, the pawn shop, to get records where I've like scored many good deals. But I went through the 3 boxes that they had at the thrift shop. First one, hey, look, it's our good friend Schumann. Not to be confused with the Schumann residence or the other Schumann from yeah, I can't remember where he's from, Austria, but he's like, now this is the Schumann, the composer. So it's Carnival and Papillons. And like I said, this is actually in the 3rd box. Like I was almost about to leave. And then the other one is Vivaldi of the Seasons. Well, you know, right. I mean, it's Vivaldi, right? And it's the seasons, right? And so, so I think I'm going to listen to Schumann tonight and do some more reading. So yeah, it's just a lot of interesting things happened today. A few months ago, I would thought it'd be like I would be like in awe and just dumbfounded, right? But now it's sort of like, yeah, I can see why it happens that way, and right, mine's working on not overdrive, but differently. Anyways, stay tuned.